What's up, RGC family? So a lot of you have been asking me to do an item location reveal for Kitty Chapter 4. So I'm going to be doing that for you here today. So we're going to be looking at each of the key items that you need to beat Kitty Chapter 4 and the Kitty Chapter 4 secret ending. That includes the batteries. Now there's 4 batteries and there's 4 spawn locations for each battery. So that's 16 battery locations. But we're going to be looking at all the possibilities for every single item in Kitty Chapter 4. And we're going to start with the batteries. All right, so the first one is actually behind the jail and behind these boxes near the plank. So that's location number 1 of battery number 1. The next location of battery number 1 is actually into this carnival game and inside, tucked in the corner right here. The next location of battery number 1 is just past the bumper cars and hiding behind this bush right here in the corner. And the final location for battery number 1 is actually tucked in this corner right here behind the blue present. The first location for battery number 2 is a pretty obvious one. It's tucked here in this corner just on the other side of the yellow door, and you can see it right there. The next location of battery number 2 is just past the Ferris wheel, tucked in this corner behind this bush right here next to one of the crowbar spawns. The next location of battery number 2 is actually on the other side of the wall, the first one we showed you, and it's right here in between the yellow key door and the brown structure. Alright, and the fourth and final location of battery number 2 is actually right here behind the Ferris wheel, laying on its side. Alright, moving on to the third battery. The first location of the third battery is all the way on top of Mr. O here, hiding near the switch. The next location of battery number 3 is upstairs onto the second floor and inside this room right here on the table. Now the third location of battery number 3 is all the way up to the exit and just behind this little shortcut structure right here. Alright, and the next location is actually through the curtain and in the door, hanging out on this table right here by the little mousetrap door. Okay guys, for the fourth battery location, they're all actually located right near the hammer ride. So the first location of it is on the back side right here behind this little door. The next location is right here beside the bushes and the light post. The third location is tucked in the corner right there. And the final location of battery 4 is right here on the ground. All right, next we're going to be taking a look at the gas can, which is right here. So there's 4 unique spawn locations for the gas can. The first one is right here on top of this wood structure. And so in order to get this guy, you have to place the plank right here. And that'll allow you to walk up here and grab this first location of the gas can. The second location of the gas can is actually new since the secret ending came out, and it's actually hiding right here inside the yellow seat on the Ferris wheel. And you don't need the Ferris wheel to be moving to get it. It just hangs out right there. The third location of the gas can is actually behind this machine right here, and it hangs out on the back side of it near the blue present. The fourth and final location of the gas can is actually behind this door right here, behind the Ferris wheel, tucked in this little corner right there. If you guys are enjoying this video, you'll probably like the rest of our content right here on RGC Family. So hit that subscribe button and mash that bell icon. You'll get notified anytime we post a new video. Okay, now we're going to take a quick look at the lockpick because, you know, you got to break your friends out of jail. So on the back side of the theater, you can head into this mouse door right here, and the first location of the lockpick is actually hanging out right there on the floor next to the chair. The next location of the lockpick is hiding out in the first spawn room where the kitty spawns, and it's sitting on the table right here. The third location of the lockpick is actually upstairs on the second floor, and it's hanging out right here behind these crates. The next location of the lockpick is one I actually didn't know, and it's hanging out inside this carnival area right here inside the corner, just around the corner from the big blue present. So just sitting right there on the floor. Okay guys, the next one we're going to be taking a look at is the crowbar. The crowbar is needed for the Kitty Chapter 4 secret ending. The first spawn location is right here behind the Ferris wheel, and you come into the corner right next to one of the batteries. Unfortunately, there's only 3 locations of the crowbar, and the second one is right here next to the big red structure with the wrench on it. The third and final location of the crowbar is actually through the bumper car area, and if you come around the back, it's hanging out right here next to one of the gifts for the secret ending. Alright guys, now we're going to be talking about the presents to get the Kitty Chapter 4 secret ending. So the first one is pretty obvious. It's the yellow gift sitting on top of the hut right next to the hammer ride. Second location of the yellow gift is right behind this wall here as you spawn in. Okay guys, so we're going to be looking at the green and red gift next, which you can find on the floor inside the carnival game right here. And the other carnival game also holds the green and red gift on the floor. Unfortunately, guys, there's only 2 locations for each present, and the purple gift can be found right here under the steps behind the theater screen. And the next purple gift is behind the Ferris wheel on top of this door to downstairs area. Okay, guys, and the red and green gift can be found over here near the generator, just hanging out right there. And the second location of the red and green gift can be found inside the hammer ride after you activate it. It falls out onto the ground. Alright, and so there's only one set of presents left, and that's the brown present, which you can find back here behind the bumper cars. And the last gift that you can find, the brown present, is downstairs in this hallway, sitting on the floor right here. Okay, guys, so we're going to be taking a look at the water pipes or wires. They're actually called water pipes to the Deb team, but they look like wires to most of us, and they look like this little black piece right here. Now, there's 2 wires, and there are a total of 10 spawn locations for each of them. So the first one is actually hanging out right here on the pink present right behind the arcade machine. The second location of this wire or water pipe is actually right in front of the bumper cars, and it's hiding inside this hut right here. The next location is actually right when you spawn in. It's hiding right behind this bush right here next to the hammer machine. The fourth location of this pipe is actually behind the theater screen, and it's tucked in this corner right here. I've never actually seen it spawn here, but that's a great spot for it. Fifth and final location of this pipe or wire is actually upstairs near the exit, hanging out right here in the corner. Alright, so on to the second pipe. Over here near the hammer ride and the Ferris wheel, we've got the first location of this pipe piece right here. The second location is inside the carnival game, sitting on the ground right here. The third location is inside the hut at the base of the Ferris wheel, hanging out next to the green handle. And the next location is at the base of the hammer ride in the hut, also next to the green handle. And the final location of the last pipe piece is behind this wall here, right next to the hammer machine. So that's all 10 locations of the water pipes. Okay, guys, so speaking of the green handle, just on this side of the hammer ride and near the blue present, we've got the first green handle location hiding inside of this hut. The next location, as we discussed before, is near the Ferris wheel inside of this hut. And over here near the spawn location and the new secret ending hammer game inside of the hut right here on the ground. And the fourth and final location is over here near the hammer ride inside the hut right here. Okay, guys, if you're looking for the darts for this carnival game right here, the first one is actually inside the bumper car area right here inside the blue car. The second one is located up in the Ferris wheel in the red seat right here. And you have to activate the Ferris wheel to get that one by connecting the blue water pipes and the batteries. And the next location is actually inside of the hammer machine, which when it rotates to the ground, you'll find it sitting inside of the hammer ride right here. Don't forget to check out the rest of our Kitty Chapter 4, Kitty Chapter 5 videos and more right here on RGC Family. See ya!